I'm your host of the most looked 23. You're joining me for Desire Decorum Book 3, Chapter 5, Double Trouble! Several days later, on the morning of Miss Constance and Miss Cordelia's birthday, you sit in front of the mirror while Briar finishes with your hair. She plays with a few loose strands and watches you carefully. I can see you eyeing me, Briar. You don't have to be on pins and needles around me. I beg your pardon, I simply want to see how you're doing after Viscount Harry's words at the ball. I know you're sharing a carriage with him on the way to Hazelvale Manor today. Yes. It'll give us a chance to talk. I want to have a relationship with my half-brother, but he makes it so difficult. He accused you of murder. Maybe if he removed the stick wedge between his... Briar. Pardon me. So he's being a bit difficult now, but I know you, Bella. You can convince him he is wrong. The facts are on your side. Your brother just needs to listen. You're right. I will make Viscount see the real me. I simply need a chance. Now, how have things been with Viscount Harry since the engagement party? We haven't spoken much, besides the occasional nicety at dinner. Well, he won't have a chance to escape today. You can corner him in the carriage. Yes, and perhaps learn something about his mysterious friend. The servants have been whispering. Even my gossip sources are coming up short. I think his friend must be Viscount's twin brother, fellow spy, lover. Would be interesting twist. Try lover. With how he dodged every question, I'm convinced it can be only a matter of heart. Perhaps you and Viscount Harry can have a double wedding. Even if I agreed, somehow I doubt my grandmother would allow me to entertain the thought. Well, regardless of who the mysterious figure is, I thought the invitation to stay at Edgewater might be a chance I need to make peace with my brother. If I appeal to Viscount Harry's friend, perhaps I can land in his good graces. One can only hope this friend will be more polite than Viscount Harry. Just then, your bedroom door creaks open. Out of the corner of your eye, you notice Miss Stanley watching Briar place the final pin in your hair. Are you certain you want to place it there? Perhaps a bit Mama! I've been doing this for months. I know how to style Bella's hair by now. I think the Briar meant to say is, did you need anything, Miss Stanley? Yes, I'm glad I caught you before you left. I just finished this. Sally pulls out a light blue dress, its skirt trimmed delicately with lace. Your fingers run through the smooth fabric, memorizing every intricate detail. It's not perfect, but I think it's rather fetching. Miss Dally, you didn't have to do all of this. It's too much. Nonsense, I insist. You're like a daughter to me, Bella, and you deserve to wear something beautiful to the garden party. Perhaps even leave a certain fiancé breathless. Stare at the pastel blue dress in your hands, pondering carefully. All laced up. Briar helps you into a dress, pulling your corset strings tight before finishing the fastenings. Briar, don't forget, I know how to be a lady's maid, Mama. See how beautiful Bella looks in your dress? You glance at your reflection in the mirror, smiling at the sheer lace around your neck, the white embroidery, the delicate details of the skirt. This is astounding, Miss Dally. You have outdone yourself. It only matches the beauty within. The Parson twins will be quite pleased when you arrive. As with Mr. Sinclair. All right, Hazelvale Manor awaits. Not long after, you're alone with Viscount Harry in the carriage to Hazelvale Manor. He looks out the window, refusing to acknowledge you. We smack the shit out of him, he'll acknowledge us. Are you looking forward to party tonight, Viscount Harry? You cannot ignore me forever. We are family, after all. I'm not ignoring you. I simply have nothing to say. I find that hard to believe. You seem rather talkative whenever Miss Parsons or Miss Sutton are around. Why can I not be given the same courtesy? You would not care for my opinions. Try me. Oh, but you're wrong, sir. I'm quite curious on your opinions. Oh my god, you have a Getting literal deer and a pug in here, really. And it seems Pugsley and Bambi are as well. We don't even have to speak of anything personal if you don't wish to. For example, what do you think of your friend's arrival? The time fast approaches. How informative. Indeed. Scout Harry blinks twice at you and fixes his gaze on the window once more. That's it. You shuffle over to in the carriage and block Viscount Harry's view of the window. I tried to be polite, but you refused to meet my eyes. I'm trying to speak to you. What could you possibly have to say to me? To begin with, contrary to what you might believe, I did not murder our father. I can prove he died of yellow fever. How could you possibly... I still have the letter Dr. Kerrigan wrote informing me about his illness. I rushed back from London when I heard the news. There's not a chance I could have murdered him. You're a very good actress, my lady, but I was warned of your excuses. If you must, but you cannot sway me with your words. I know the truth. Sir, Suddenly the carriage comes to a stop in front of Hazelvale Manor. What a long trip that suddenly ended quickly. I think we're here. As soon as you step out, Miss Cordelia and Miss Constance rush towards you. Miss Parsons shakes her head as she meanders behind her sisters. Countess Bella, you were right at last, and with Viscount Harry. How peculiar. I thought after your engagement party that you two wouldn't see each other. What my sister means is welcome be merry. Bambi hides behind your legs and slowly pokes her head out. My apologies, she's a little shy. But adorable nevertheless. And we didn't forget about you, Pugsley. Miss Cordelia scratches his head. Pugsley immediately relaxes and wags his tail happily. Arr. Yes, it's a dog purr. Just go with it. Just go with it. Good afternoon and good tidings on your birthday. Thank you, Viscount Harry. I believe this means everyone has arrived except your friend. I'm sure he'll be right. All right, that's soon enough, Miss Constance. Does this mean we can finally enjoy our birthday cake? I believe Father's stipulations were you had to wait until everyone was here. Oh, one person won't hurt. Please, Annabelle, help us. I'll see what I can do. You should mingle with your guests in the meanwhile. As Miss Parsons begins to wander away, you pull her aside and speak to her in a hushed tone. Do you know anything about Viscount Harry's friend? I hoped I could find out before the big arrival. I'm afraid not. Your brother has been rather evasive, even to me. But after his accusations at your engagement party, he should be worried. He is simply misguided in his information. Viscount Harry does not know any better. I want to believe that, but I don't know that I can. Perhaps his friend will be of some assistance. You should find Miss Sutton. If anyone knows something about his mysterious friend, it would be her and her penchant for gossip. But please don't let Viscount Harry's accusations at your party spoil today's fun. I won't, although your sisters seem to enjoy the gossip. That's because they're silly girls at times. I don't think anyone else would dare think to bring it up. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have some cake matters to attend to. Enjoy the party, and I'll find you later. Parsons smiles at you, then disappears into the crowd. You return to Miss Constance and Miss Cordelia. Thank you for inviting me to your party. Hazelvale Manor is always a treat to see. As are you. Your outfit is simply splendid. Miss Dally worked hard to create it. Her skill is quite brilliant. I should ask her to make me something for the next ball. And I must say, I thought there would be more food. I mean, where's the barbecue? Best wishes to you both on your birthday. May this year be even better than the last. To think it is our 20th birthday already. I thought surely one of us would have a husband by now. Do not fret, a lot can happen in a matter of months. Miss Cordelia's gaze wanders across the yard to where Sir Luke stands. She smiles at her and nods politely. Indeed, I suppose you're right, my lady. Situations can change. Now, if you'll excuse us, we should see our other guests. Before I forget, Mr. Sinclair was inquiring after you earlier. You should find him. Then I will be sure not to delay. I don't know, I almost felt like saying dally, because that's a thing they say often in that time. You wander through the Hazelvale grounds and soon discover Mr. Sinclair inspecting a tall, ornamented cake displayed on a long table. Good afternoon, Mr. Sinclair. Spins around and breaks out in a wide smile upon seeing you. Countess Bella. I cannot help but smile in your presence. You continue to look more beautiful with every passing day. You have easily brightened my day now that I've seen you. Is that a new dress? Indeed, Miss Dally finished it this morning. Do you like it? I love it. You glance down, feeling your cheeks flush. Are you enjoying yourself today? More now that you're here. How peculiar. I was thinking the same. Mr. Sinclair takes a bite of the birthday cake, his mouth curls into a smile before eating more of it. It must be a rather delectable cake for you to smile like that. Have a taste for yourself. You'll understand. Mr. Sinclair's a slice of cake. A bit too much vanilla for me. Take a bite. Take a small forkful of the slice and savor the sweet, rich taste of crumbling cake in your mouth. This tastes fantastic. You may be surprised at who is responsible. The baker. That would be me, my lady. You look up and see a familiar Groveshire face standing before you. Mr. Danforth! I should have known you. Only you could create such a marvelous masterpiece. I think you will be surely known across England for your inventive cakes, sir. Indeed, I don't think I've seen a cake so tall, decorated, and delicious before. Ah, my lady, how my heart soars to hear that I have your approval. However, there was another reason I agreed to travel so far. I'm told you're engaged to Mr. Sinclair now. You have heard correctly. We are to be wed in a month's time. Well, if you will have me, I wish to create your wedding cake. How thoughtful. We would be absolutely delighted. I have a few unique ideas I would think create a lasting impression upon your guests. It will be a cake the likes of which the world's never seen before. It's gonna be black, and when you cut into it, it bleeds? Yes? Do you think you could do that, my good sir? What? Shut up, okay? Like too much Blair Witch had gotten to my head. I'm not feeling the same. How do you, propose to do that? Well, I have a handful of questions to ask, which will clue me in on what flavor suits best. I don't understand how questions would help. Well, if you and Mr. Sinclair would care to partake, I'll let you in on my secret. I would be intrigued to customize the wedding cake, but only if Countess Bellis agrees. I admit I'm quite curious to learn what ideal flavor would be our relationship. Design and taste your custom wedding cake based on your relationship with Mr. Sinclair in this exclusive scene. I couldn't possibly pass up such a generous offer to help create our cake. I'm quite intrigued what you'll determine the perfect flavor to be, Mr. Danforth. Well, I have 3 simple questions to ask. First, what does spending time with Mr. Sinclair feel like, my lady? You lock eyes with Mr. Sinclair, thinking carefully. What time together is this? Oh, I was going to think of a pun, never mind. We voyage across the sea of life with our eyes on the horizon. I found my equal partner in life. The heavens open up, the birds sing, and all is right in the world. Okay, is Pixelberry really designing a Disney Choices app? I'm starting to really wonder. Like, I'm fucking serious with this crap. Oh, yes, it just opens up. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No. You know what? I'm gonna go with the first one. I think you stated my thoughts precisely. I see. And what first attracted you to Mr. Sinclair? It was his spontaneity, flirtatious charm and sharp wit, dashing good looks. I'm gonna go with charm and sharp wit, actually. I was not aware that was why. Perhaps you should have asked. And lastly, what part of your future together are you most excited for? How can I choose only one? I could speak all day on the subject. As could I, but I think I know what I would say. What? Then why don't you say it instead of making me say it, dog? I mean, come on. I'm gonna go with remain by my love side for as long as we both live. And what would you say, Mr. Sinclair? I look forward to loving you with every breath I take, and to loving our children just as much. Oh, Mr. Sinclair. I know exactly what cake to make you for your wedding. Luckily, I prepared the correct sample flavor for you to taste. Mr. Danforth flits over to a plain cake nearby and hands you a slice. The perfect cake flavor, so it looks like chocolate with vanilla icing. Okay. It's chocolate. No, it has some kind of spice to it. You're both correct. I combine bits of cinnamon, nutmeg, and a few other things to create chocolate spice. You, sir! You f***ing stop it! Stop tempting me with such good things, because I love actually that. Like, I'm serious. Oh. Here, you know what? I'm just gonna tell you all, Mexican chocolate. Oh my god, it's so good. So fucking good. I think it best describes the surprising, adventurous tones of your relationship, but mixed with sweet romance you value as well. How could I ever doubt your skills, sir? I think you truly discovered the perfect flavor. Yes, you did! I'm surprised at how much insight you have, sir. I am simply humbled to be providing a piece of Grovershire on your wedding day. Before I forget, we know what it will taste like, but what will the outside look like? Delicious? Indeed, but it needs to be something more than that, though. I have a few ideas. First, I can keep it simple. A simple tier cake decorated with white frosting. As Mr. Danforth described the cake, you can picture it clearly in your head. Now, intriguing. What other ideas do you have? What about a 3-tier cake adorned with fantastic flowers and intricate icing? Okay, I'm feeling this. I'm feeling it. Wow, lovely. Did you have anything else in mind? I have it. Fruit! Berries and horses and icing decorating every layer. A delightful merriment of art. Although those sound wonderful creations, Mr. Danforth. Mr. Sinclair, what do you think? I don't know what I can decide. I think any of the three would work for the wedding. No, the first one is meh. I think I prefer... The first one is just meh. Look how small it is. Looks so tiny. Looks depressing. This one I kind of want to throw at someone. Like Henrietta. This one's pretty. I actually like this one better. Yeah, floral. Ah, an excellent choice, my lady. I'll create the most magnificent cake for your wedding day. Thank you, sir. After hearing everything you've described, today I cannot wait to see the finished product with my own eyes. I want to taste the cake. Come on, man! You curtsy and then take your leave of Mr. Danforth. Mr. Sinclair accompanies you as you begin the walk back to the house. Soon you'll find yourself walking alongside the back of the Hazelvale Manor. Mr. Sinclair's hand rests near yours, his fingers lightly brushing your knuckles as you walk. I'm looking forward to witnessing Mr. Danforth's skill with our wedding cake. I can't say I've ever heard of so many fancy options for a cake before. I'll give him credit. He's quite skilled. Just then, you look around at your surroundings and realize the two of you are all alone. It seems not only am I fortunate enough to find a wedding cake today, but I also a private moment with you. Although we should return to the party. And we will, momentarily. First, I wish to kiss you. Your eyes sweep once more to ensure that no one else is around, and capture his lips into a fiery kiss. Oh my god. You know, okay, this isn't this isn't like 1090, okay? This is like where you're engaged. There was nothing like promiscuous about a kiss. Bella. His arms wrap tightly around your waist, pulling you close. He kisses you again, urging your mouth open with his tongue. You kiss him tenderly for a long, lingering, breathless moment until the two of you finally part. Oh, earnest, shall we? If we must. As the two of you make your way around the corner, you spot Miss Sutton nearby. You part ways with Mr. Sinclair and rush over to her as quickly as you can. Miss Sutton, you are the person I was looking forward to seeing the most this afternoon. I am? I mean, of course I am. But I don't know why when there are so far more interesting people than me at the present. Can I not enjoy the company of a close friend? You may indeed. I always appreciate your friendship, my lady. I thought you might know something about Viscount Harry's friend. The one who hasn't appeared yet. Yes, the very same. Can you tell me anything about his friend's association with Harry? Arrival? Name? Oh, yes. I was just talking with Viscount Harry. It's... Oh, Fee. It was Viscount Harry's... Viscount Wesley's fiancé's name, but not Viscount Harry's friend. Oh. I take it that you are just as misinformed as the rest of us? I thought surely Viscount Harry would tell me, but do not fret. I will see what I can find out. Miss Sutton scuttles away to conversation with Viscount Harry nearby. She stands beside the sculpted bush and cranes her head to the eavesdrop. You shake your head and return to Mr. Sinclair, who has joined a large group of friends. Miss Cordelia clutches her racket as she flits from person to person. Please, sister, all I want for my birthday is to play battledore and shuttlecock. You do realize it's my birthday as well? We have a responsibility to our guests, Cordelia. We can't run off and abandon them. Sir Luke, perhaps you would join? I, would love to, but I don't know how. Oh, I didn't realize. Miss Cordelia, perhaps you can personally teach Sir Luke to play. Yes, I would be most pleased if you showed me. But, shh. Miss Cordelia smiles coyly at Sir Luke as her arm lightly brushes his. Of course, I'm always happy to spend time with you. Well then, who else, Miss Dolly? Yes, it'll be most splendid. Mr. Sinclair. Oh, me? I'm not certain it would be dignified were I to. As Cordelia pleads with Mr. Sinclair, Prince Mead speaks in hushed tones beside you. I forgot to tell you, my lady, but I have the greatest news to share. I just received word that my mother is visiting from Constantinople. Your mother? She'll be here in time for the wedding. You do not know her, yet you would invite her to your wedding. If she is important to my friend, then she is important to me as well. I look forward to counting her as a guest. I do wonder if you would care to join me in London to meet her at the docks. Of course, I would be honored. When is she set to arrive? The messenger believes her ship will arrive within a fortnight. Not that fortnight, kids. No, not that fortnight. I look forward to seeing London again, especially now that a certain former duke is no longer a threat. All right, I relent. Miss Constance throws up her hands and feet. Miss Cordelia immediately jumps up and down, merrily clapping her hands together. I will play battledore and shuttlecock with you. Hooray! I have one stipulation, though. Do you have to, sister? Yes, I will join only if everyone else agrees to play. We aren't abandoning our duty as hosts if our guests join us. Miss Daly, Sir Luke and I have already agreed. The only leaves Prince Hamid. Do you doubt I would join? I suppose I will as well, but Countess Bella must join us. Oh, must I? Well, we all agreed to join. We need your answer. I beg of you, Countess Bella. You know it will be all quite fun. Cordelia glances at Sir Luke and then lowers a voice so only you can hear. It's the only chance I have to speak with Sir Luke without my sister's influence. You must know how this feels. You make a compelling argument, Miss Cordelia. Play battledore and shuttlecock with the group for a chance to encourage Sir Luke and Miss Cordelia's courtship, and spend a moment alone with Mr. Sinclair. Somebody save me. Teach me how to play, and I am delighted to join. Oh, happy day! Most brilliant and marvelous day! Follow me, everyone! Miss Cordelia skips merrily across the lawn and leads the group to a large open space. As everyone begins to spread out, Miss Cordelia hands you and everyone else a racket. We're gonna begin beating the shit out of one another. This is how this goes down. What are these? What do we do with these? Everyone should have their own battledore by now. The rules are fairly simple. Use your battledore to hit the shuttlecock and keep it up in the air for as long as possible. I believe it's that little ball with like lace thingy on the end of it that looks like it's a missile looking thing. Just remember that if it falls in your immediate area, you lose. Well, then I guess it'd be best not to let it drop. Armed with your battledores, you and the rest of the group spread out around the open area. Sir Luke looks around, his brows knit deep in thought. Why so pensive, sir? I thought the rules were rather straightforward. I was simply debating where to stand. Sir Luke catches Miss Cordelia smiling demurely at him, then quickly looks away, his cheeks flushed. Ah, I see. Sir Luke, you should stand anywhere, it doesn't matter. Next to Miss Cordelia, I think it would be best to, help you learn. Ah, I see your point. Sir Luke takes his place beside Miss Cordelia nearby. She tucks a curl behind her ear, her smile growing wider. I know it's not a team sport per se, but perhaps we can assist each other. Are you certain, miss? You must be quite skilled on your own. But together we shall be even better. Countess Bella, would you care to serve first? Certainly, I shall do my best. I think you'll do more than that. Miss Cordelia tosses you the shuttlecock. You throw it into the air, pull back your battledore determined. Shuttlecock? Mr. Sinclair, oh god. Battledore connects with the shuttlecock, sending it flying through the air. Yes. Brilliant, sir, my lady. Are you certain you haven't played before? It's a... Shuttlecock soars towards Briar. She bags so carefully, her eyes never wavering from her quarry. It's mine. I've got it. Ha! Incoming, Mr. Sinclair. You don't announce it. Mr. Sinclair rushes towards it, then dives, just barely hitting the shuttlecock. It was close. Around the circle, the shuttlecock is passed back and forth, not once hitting the ground. Oh, no, 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 yes! I hit it! The game is truly a delight. Here's to you, sister. Thank you for the gift! Miss Constance swings her battledore as hard as she can, and the shuttlecock soars through the air straight to you. Fiddlesticks, it's too far. Don't ruin the count. Dive for it, miss it, reach for it. Dive for it. Spread forward and dive for the shuttlecock. It bounces off your battledore, and Mr. Sinclair sends it flying across the circle. Excellent save, Bella. I almost thought I would miss that one. You and Mr. Sinclair stand near each other, watching the shuttlecock bounce from person to person. He leans over, speaking low to you. Bella, would you be interested in working together? I think our abilities combine, and one of us can win against the others. What a devious plan. I would be delighted. Excellent. Next time it comes my way, I'll set you up to take the shot. But before you can reply, the shuttlecock cocks in your air towards you. Watch out, Bella! You quickly glance around, noting where to hit it next. If I aim towards Sir Luke and Miss Cordelia, it might encourage them together. Pull back your battledore arm and look at Sir Luke and Miss Cordelia's position. You need to place the shuttlecock in the middle of them. Hit the shuttlecock with ease and watch it fly between them. Sir Luke and Miss Cordelia keep their eyes trained on it. I got it. This one's mine! Sir Luke returns it, but Miss Cordelia stumbles into him. Miss Cordelia, I apologize. No, it's my fault. Forgive me. Sir Luke helps her steady herself, holding on to her for a long, lingering moment. The two of them lock eyes, smiling at each other. Perfection. Thank you, sir. You are too kind. It is nothing for a beautiful woman such as you, miss. Suddenly, Miss Constance sends the shuttlecock darting to Mr. Sinclair. Bella, now this is your moment. I can do this. Mr. Sinclair lobs the shuttlecock towards you, allowing you to take your shot. You know what? You look grumpy, Miss Parsons. You send it out of sight of Miss Parsons' reach, and she's unable to return it. She crosses her arms in disbelief and glares at the shuttlecock on the ground. Oh, fiddlesticks. I didn't want to lose. Does this mean we won? Or I won? Or that you at least did not lose? You were victorious in your battledore and shuttlecock. That sounds like a victory to me. Well, this has been a most riveting diversion. We really should return to our guest, sister. Oh, all right. What, Viscount Harry didn't want to pry himself from glooming and dooming from a corner to play? Miss Cordelia goes to collect the battledores from everyone, and let you take them from her. Allow me, Miss Cordelia, and Mr. Sinclair and I can return these to the house. There's no need. A servant could... Shush, sister. Allow her ladyship to help if she wishes. Miss Cordelia lowers her voice, whispering in your ear. I see what you're up to, and I fully endorse it. I'm not up to anything. I just thought I'd help. What? What do you want? What do you want from me? You and Mr. Sinclair, make your way into the quiet house. Deposit the battledores near the entrance. I'm sure the servants can return them to the appropriate place from here. At least Miss Cordelia's help allowed us to spend a moment together. You turn to head back outside, but Mr. Sinclair grabs your hand, stopping you. Then why don't we make the most of her gift? Everyone else is outdoors attending the party. We're all alone. For the second time today, I must be the luckiest woman alive. And how should we mark such an occasion away from prying eyes? I think a kiss to celebrate your victory in battledore and shuttlecock would be appropriate. Well, in that case... You kiss Mr. Sinclair lightly on the lips and smirk as you pull back. Like that. I imagine something slightly different. Oh, care to demonstrate? He slides a hand around your lower back, pressing you close to his body. Mr. Sinclair presses his lip to your neck, sucking the skin beneath you, moan in delight. Ernest. You guide his lips back to yours as you kiss him deeply, passionately, until time seems to fade away. After a while, you pull yourself away from Mr. Sinclair, you kiss his cheek and smile. Shall we? I believe a party awaits. Mrs. Sinclair smirks at you and follows you out the door and back to the rest of the party. Later that afternoon, you and Mr. Sinclair stroll through the Hazelvale grounds together, deep in conversation. I must admit, that game was more enjoyable than I originally attributed it to be. That is quite high praise coming from you. I thought surely it would be a waste of time. Sir, perhaps you should broaden your horizons more often. Never cease to surprise me. Broaden your horizons. You might find yourself to be more accomplished were you to attempt new activities. You should remember not to cast final judgment upon things you do not understand. And who knows, you may then discover a pleasant surprise awaiting for you. Such as falling in love with you. Indeed, I am a prize well sought after. Glance over at a nearby group and notice Miss Sutton eating a piece of cake as she hovers nearby Viscount Harry. I suppose Miss Sutton still hasn't found any new information on the mysterious friend. Perhaps we can aid her efforts. We just need an opportune moment. Follow my lead. You follow Mr. Sinclair to the group where Miss Parsons is deep in discussion with Countess Henrietta, Viscount Harry, and the Dowager Countess. Oh, Mr. Parsons, excuse me. We sought to unite our families once before. I cannot see why we do not do so again. Is Miss Parsons not to be consulted on her own marriage prospect? I'm certain she has an opinion on the matter.
If deemed necessary and appropriate, she will be, of course, although you were engaged before.
Naturally, this marriage would only be advantageous should your son rightfully inherit Edgewater.
Oh, Mr. Parsons, you offer an interesting proposition, but your daughter's behavior ever since Countess Bella's arrival has been wanting.
Precisely what are you insinuating, my lady? I beg your pardon, but this conversation does not concern you. I beg to differ, sir. You are referring to her as if she is not the Countess of Edgewater. Queen Charlotte herself declared me the heiress to the estate. Circumstances are not changing.
Countess Bella, why am I not surprised that you have eavesdropped on a private conversation?
Countess Henrietta. I simply have Miss Parsons' best interests in mind. She is a dear friend to me, and I only want the very best for her. But she is my daughter. I know what's best for her. No, you know what's best for you and your goddamn lineage. It must be the false countess singing nonsense in Bella's head. False countess, does this mean you still refuse to acknowledge the Queen of England's decree? Countess Henrietta, I think we should continue our discussion at a later point in time. After the news from the engagement ball, I don't feel safe speaking of it in present company. Those accusations are falsehoods, all of them. From beside your legs, Pugsley growls at Mr. Parsons, while Bambi angrily bleats at him. Control your animals. Okay, fam, you're lucky I don't have a bear right now. I'll just have him kill you.
Mr. Parsons, I concur. We can discuss it later and more adequately away from certain prying eyes.
Perhaps Miss Parsons' thoughts on the situation will be taken into account then. Mr. Sinclair looks at Miss Sutton hiding in the bushes and clears his throat. Viscount Harry, can you tell us more about your mysterious friend? Yes, none of us even know a name. Or an estimated arrival time. I do hate tardiness. And yet, as I recall, you were late to a last Edgewater Christmas ball. Need I remind you that tardiness was frowned upon then as well? Yeah, peace, sir. He should arrive any moment. So it's a he. That's kind of a given. I mean, really. Glance over at Miss Sutton, standing on her toes and craning her head to listen in on the conversation. I thought perhaps this was a friend you were courting. Heads turned towards her. She continues to speak. Forgive me, I had to know. I hope your friend will not keep us in suspense much longer, Viscount Harry. We are all most eager to meet him. Viscount Harry points past you and smiles. Ah, there he is. The chap has finally arrived. May I introduce you all to my dear friend from my time in France, Monsieur le Comte Renard Dulou.
Oh, how delightful.
How? This isn't possible. You look from Countess Henrietta's gleeful smile to the shock across Mr. Sinclair's face, and slowly turn around to see... Oh, come the f*** on right now! So he grew a mustache. Are you serious right now? Oh, God. Is this for real right now? Is this for real? I'm sorry. I accidentally screwed the thing up. Hold on. Let's continue. Bonjour, mademoiselle and messieurs. I am, how do you say, pleased to meet you. No, it can't be. It's Sir Gideon. Next time on Desire Decorum. Sir Gideon has returned, or has he? Will you be able to uncover the truth about Viscount Harry's new friend? I'm dead. I'm dead, fam. I'm dead. Hi, with Pixelberry, we reuse villains, because, you know, why not? With that being said, I hope y'all did enjoy the video. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Head down in the description below, links to social media, Discord, and a few links to support me and my content. And without further ado, hope you're all having a wonderful day. Really do. And, hopefully, keyword hopefully, you all did enjoy the video. I'm stretching, sorry. If you did, there are links down below to, our social media. You can come hang out in our Discord. You can, you know, support the channel if you'd like. Hey, you can also hit that join button. And, hey, if you haven't checked out the Blair Witch Project, it's up on the channel. It's, you know, scary kind-of-ish game, things like that. Feel free to check it out. Also, I stream on Mixer as well as Twitch. You can check out one of those too. And I'll be streaming actually later this evening some World of Warcraft if you want to tune in. So, without further ado, thanks for watching. Peace.